Well, we're just 1 week away from the start of the NFL training camp, and much like the rest of this offseason, all eyes on Green Bay. The Packers, fresh off of 2 straight trips to the NFC Championship, but they may or may not have reigning MVP Aaron Rodgers when they report to camp and hit the field. Now, remember, Rodgers finished the 2020 regular season with 4,299 passing yards, 48 passing touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions. He led the league in numerous statistical categories, including completion percentage, touchdown passes, and passer rating. Number 12 now holding out, but only time will tell what's going to happen and how this one's going to play out. Let's welcome in JJ, Jonathan Jones for the latest. Now, the Green Bay Packers reporting to camp just 1 week from today. So, JJ, what is the latest with Aaron Rodgers?
The latest, of course, on Aaron Rodgers' watch, as we have been for the last couple of months. The update is, well, there's no real update. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers continue to stand on their respective sides and waiting for the other one to blink, of course. And conventional wisdom, and I know a lot of folks outside in the NFL world believe, listen, Aaron, he tried his best to get out of his contract, to get the Packers to trade him, but ultimately it's not going to work out. Try his luck again in 2022. Aaron Rodgers very clearly does not feel that way. When he was playing in that televised golf tournament, he didn't want to answer the question. And, here he is. Listen, here's common sense. Let's just apply common sense to this. If Aaron Rodgers made all of this noise in the offseason just to report to training camp on July 27th with all the other veterans, well, then it was a tale full of sound and fury signifying absolutely nothing. That's not who Aaron Rodgers is. That can't be what all of this is about. And so I anticipate, just as I have been for the last 8 or so weeks, that he's not going to report to camp. And if he does, he's going to be a hold-in rather than a hold-out. But even then, I don't think that that's necessarily going to be the case. I do not expect Aaron Rodgers, if I had to put money on it, I do not expect Aaron Rodgers to report to camp with the rest of the veterans with the Packers on July 27th. Does that mean that he won't play for the Green Bay Packers, that he won't play in Week 1, that they're going to go with Jordan Love? All of that, of course, is to be determined. And Aaron Rodgers, of course, holds the keys to all of that because he is the one who is under contract, the one who gets to decide his future. But I do not anticipate, based on everything that has happened over the last 2 months, that Aaron Rodgers at the end of this is going to say, okay, well, I tried my best. I voiced my frustrations, and now I'm just going to hop back in line the first day that they tell me to. I don't think that that's going to be the case next week.
Well, the Packers reportedly offered their franchise quarterback a 2-year extension that would have made him the highest paid player in the league. Rodgers declined that extension, which would have kept him in Green Bay for 5 more seasons. Now, this is something that you alluded to in May. So if it's not about the money, what is it about?
He feels wronged by Packers management. And this goes back to exactly what we were reporting back in May, right after the draft. And it was that he didn't get a heads up about the Jordan Love pick. Not only that they were going to pick a quarterback, that they were going to trade up for a quarterback and take him. And obviously there were shades of what happened with Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. And it was nothing at all to do with Jordan Love. He doesn't have an issue with his teammates necessarily. And I don't think that he really has an issue with Matt LaFleur, the head coach. This has always been about management that isn't really going anywhere. And so again, this is a staring contest between Aaron Rodgers and Packers management. And usually in situations like this, the team management can say, all right, we'll throw a couple more dollars at you and that will solve a lot of issues. Well, no, that's not necessarily the case here. It's not about the money. That's what we've been saying. And so maybe ultimately Aaron Rodgers will relent and say, okay, go ahead and hand me some of that money. Go ahead and fork it on over. But what I reported back in May is true today, that Aaron Rodgers is looking at the team saying, hey, you drafted your quarterback. You got a quarterback. Go ahead and try to win with him. Again, nothing personal against Jordan Love, but Aaron Rodgers has said, I kind of screwed up their plans a little bit, playing as well as I did en route to his 3rd NFL MVP. They weren't anticipating that. Now, you can make very reasonable arguments that wherever Aaron Rodgers goes, he won't have as good a chance to play for a Super Bowl as he would in Green Bay, considering the options that are out there. And the number 1 option, of course, as we've been reporting for months, would be the Denver Broncos, a team who you'd have to go through Kansas City in order to get where the Green Bay Packers have gone each of the past 2 years. That's the conference title game. So there's still plenty more to figure out in this Aaron Rodgers saga. Will they apologize publicly enough to him to allow him to come back, to allow himself to come back? We're going to see. But again, this has not been about the money. But all that said, if he does come back to the Packers, I think he's going to have a slight contract adjustment.
Just a slight one. JJ, thank you for joining us here on CBS Sports HQ. We will just wait and see what happens with Mr. Aaron Rodgers, taking a look at the Green Bay Packers schedule. And it's not an easy one. They're starting with the New Orleans Saints in week 1, finishing it off in Detroit against the Lions. A tough schedule to come in 2021, especially when you have so many questions surrounding your quarterback.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.